We've done it. We've done it. Hello. I should probably, like, put this in front of my noggin. Not bump it with my face. There. Oops. There. I've done it. Ah, fuck. I hit it again.
You did it.
I bumped it. I did it. I bumped it. Which way is gain up on this thing? Oh, that's gain all the way down. Okay. Because I bumped it. I bumped it. Alright. That's probably way too high.
So I saw, you don't follow Tom Francis on Twitter, do you? The
Who is that?
ex-PC gamer guy who made Gunpoint?
No.
He was watching the Witness speedruns. Apparently the world record, the guy... he beats the game in 3 hours and 16 minutes. And it's a 100% speed run in 3 hours and 16 minutes, and he still, apparently in the middle of the speed run, gets up and goes and gets a burger and comes back, and he still sets a world record 100%. The Witness.
That's
speedrun.
awesome.
But I'm too afraid to watch it to see if that's actually true.
I haven't decided if I've totally given up on that game yet, so I've been avoiding spoilers.
I'm mad afraid of that game.
Like, finding out about that game, or, like, are you mad afraid of that game?
No, I'm mad afraid of that game, because people are talking about, like, the end of that game and the timed challenges and stuff. I'm like,
oh god, that sounds awful.
I don't want to...
I don't want that. I don't want that.
That game is already kind of hard as fuck. I don't really feel like dealing with that.
I can't wait for that game to not be on either of our Game of the Year lists this year.
Jeff Bakalar was all like, I played that game for 60 hours. I'm not done. I'm like, I don't want to play The Witness for 60 hours, Jeff Bakalar. Help me.
I don't want to do that, Jeff Bakalar. You stop that shit. Have you looked at a picture of Chris Remo yet?
No! I really don't want to.
I want you to. I might send you one. Without you knowing.
No.
And make you look at it.
He didn't look that weird in his Twitter picture.
Yeah, it's just his head. His head is fine. It's the rest of his body I'm concerned about. He looks like a goddamn Muppet. He's got, like, no neck.
No, I don't want to. I'll just eventually look at that what it is. Firewatch.
No, it's worse. Oh god, I googled pictures and it's worse. Oh my god, it's terrible. Make it stop. This is horrible.
You're the one you went looking for it, you Dumas.
Yeah, I know, but I'm still upset about how he looks.
Right, that's rude titties to get upset at someone for how they look.
I can't help it. I can't stop. His hands are too big for the rest of his body, which is small. Oh my god, here's a picture of him playing piano. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. Alright, I'm done. I need to be done looking at pictures.
The music was good and used appropriately and stuff.
Yeah, it was great.
I hit these dream hairs.
I enjoyed the music thoroughly in that game.
I'm looking forward to that game being 4 hours long instead of 60.
I beat it. I beat it in like 3. What's an hour?
Let me check the
45
VODs. I'll tell you how long it took me to beat it.
What's an hour 45 plus an hour 45? Is that 3.5?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I beat it in 3.5 hours. And I
check
definitely got lost once.
Just check the VODs. So, do you know what Firewatch is now?
Yes.
It's crazy. Dude,
I know.
No way.
It's nuts. It's nuts. Oh man, my Firewatch video has 8 views.
Oh shit.
It's really... I'm blowing up on the internet, Nick.
You've been blowing up the internet.
I have. I've been very busy. Making moves.
That's what you gotta do. You gotta make moves.
That's what we gotta make. We gotta make moves.
Yep.
Did I already upload this one? No, I didn't. Okay. Are we gonna?
We're like pretty close to starting. It's like gonna happen pretty soon.
Okay. Hey, it's our fucking podcast birthday.
Is it actually episode 50?
Yeah, it is. And like this is our first podcast was February 15th last year. That was our first one.
And we missed 2 weeks for bonus episodes.
Yeah, but I mean, so technically it's episode 52, but like, I don't know. It's been a year.
Yeah, because that would be 52 weeks, but we missed 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it isn't even our 52nd published episode because...
No, it's like our 60th, I think. Where does this go? Does this go in here? No. This goes in here. Yeah, how many episodes do we have? We have 57 published episodes.
Damn. Yeah, good shit.
Yeah. Stuff. Oh man, I've got so much like computer processing currently happening. It's like kind of unbelievable.
Are you like
I'm
rendering something right now?
So like I'm currently in the middle of ripping all of my Blu-rays into digital media files. So like that's going on my home theater computer, and then I've got my laptop reprocessing all of my iTunes movies into DRM-free versions using some probably questionably illegal software, but whatever. And then this computer's rendering videos out of our podcasts. So there's like a lot of video processing currently occurring.
Dope. As long as you're not rendering, that would just shut down your computer.
No, I mean I'm rendering this video right now.
Oh, then your computer's gonna explode, dog.
No, it's fine.
Oh hey, some yogurt.
Oh hey, some yogurt.
I found some yogurt. Feels like blackberry.
Oh, dope. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Dan Reichert's XCOM 2 review, 3 stars.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely not paying more than like I've decided I'm not paying more than $20 for that game. Apparently, it kind of runs like garbage, according to Jeff. Yeah, so I'm not.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. It sounds like maybe they should be glad that Dan reviewed it and not Jeff.
Jeff probably would have fucking tore into this shit.
I don't know why if he wasn't reviewing it, I don't know why he played it in its entirety though.
Because Jeff likes video games. Hey, yeah, Drew. Oh, never mind. I lied.
Yo, bro.
I was gonna say, hey, Drew wrote a review, Beast. But I watched Project Beast.
You watched it in its entirety?
I've watched the whole thing.
So you know what's coming next?
Yeah, I don't know what's coming next. It's like Drew Scanlon and some other guy.
I think that was Jason. I had to watch it twice.
No, it wasn't. You're lying.
I think it was Jason.
I don't think
wearing
that's
goggles.
True. I don't think that's true. I'm gonna go scroll the end of that video right now.
Ryan, how big should a YouTube thumbnail be?
Oh, I don't know. Let me see what YouTube resolution. Let me see what YouTube says. They recommend 720p, so 1280 by 720.
1280 by 720. Um, 1280 by 720. Let me just make sure I can make that adjustment.
That's not Jason.
What?
That guy at the end of that video. That's not Jason.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's not Jason. That's not.
I've never seen Jason.
That's not his face.
I've never seen Jason wear goggles, so it might be Jason. Then who is it?
I don't know who that is.
You're so fucking smart.
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
You can't just go around saying, that's not that. You have to fucking... Let me know what's good. Oh, shit. Auction. It's auction season. Fucking pissed.
Sorry. I'm looking for somebody who's like, who's that guy at the end of the video?
That exists somewhere. I'm positive of it.
I'm gonna Google who that is. I just read a name.
What's the name?
Wait. Yeah, that's that guy.
Who is it?
Some guy named Scott Manley.
Who the fuck that?
I don't know. His Twitter bio says hacker, DJ, astronomer, dad, Scotsman, capsuleer, makes videos about science and video games at the same time.
Yeah, it might be him.
Oh, I guess he does a bunch of Kerbal Space Program tutorials on YouTube. He's quite popular.
Well,
It
that's
seems.
not cool.
Okay, well that's fine.
My favorite part of Project Beast was watching them hilariously fail over and over and over. I don't want them to be successful.
No, yeah, they can't win. Like that's not okay.
It took them a hilariously long time to get to the moon and back, even though they had limited resources.
Yes.
And then the final shot took them, like, fucking forever. They finally did it.
Yeah.
Wait, image
Fucking forever.
size. Okay, so you said 6, no, wait, what? 1080 by, no, wait, what did you say?
1280 by 720.
1280 by 800?
No, 1280 by 720.
Oh man, it doesn't want to do that. I found
But Nick, that's a normal fucking resolution.
Well, I found an image that was 1920 by 1200.
That's not 720.
I know, so I was going to shrink it to 1280. Like, if I set the width to 1280, it wants to set the height to 800 as to not warp it.
Yeah, that's because that's a... Is there like a keep aspect ratio thingy?
Yes, but I would like to...
Because you're trying to turn a 16 by 10 image into a 16 by 9 image. You should find something that's 1920 by 1080 instead of 1200.
What if I just cut off 40 pixels from each side?
That's
and
also fine. Whatever works for you.
Yeah, 40 from each side. And nothing of value would be lost.
Whatever works for you. Whatever works for you, dog.
Well, that will be possible eventually. I don't feel like fucking with it right now. I'm trying to figure out a way to make it look... I can just take a screenshot. I want to make it look like we've selected Bear as a character. And we're playing Heroes of the Storm as Bear. Like that one bear that we use.
Oh, that'd be sick.
I just don't know how easy it's going to be to Photoshop like the actual character out of the like purple circle thing. So I'm going to have to just see. Well, we'll see. It might not be possible, but in the meantime,
I have faith in you.
Size. Clip that. No, what did I do? Oh no, actually, I forgot that's not the width, that's the height. The canvas size. I'll take it all off the top. Nope, did that wrong. Fucking A, man. Photoshop's hard AF. I swear to God.
I'm sorry.
There we go. Okay. That's something. Let's podcast.
Let's podcast.
You got a bizarre colossal sword. Don't mind if I do. Oh, I already have that sword, so that's gay. Heavy mazes, sharp-edged katanas. I need a knife so that I can know another thief ability. Alright, what race should I make my time mage?
New Mount, because they have the best magic.
Are they really?
I think so, yeah.
Actually, I wasn't sure if each race had inherently, like, better stats than other races.
I think they do. Like, Mughals have the highest speed. and Banga have the highest attack, and Viera are gay, and then and then I think humans are average.
I went Aura Blast so hard, but it costs like 1,000. Alright, I'm gonna save my game instead of just falling asleep with it and then having the battery die overnight, like I did last night.
Okay, yeah.
That's a good plan, right? Okay, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Are you ready to get super excited because of 1 year of podcasting?
We can get excited.
I can't. I'm incapable of it.
You can't?
Actually, let me refill my coffee because I drank all my coffee before we started.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm never ready. You're doing this, I'm never ready. Go fucking figure.
What?
Welcome, everyone. No.
I'm sorry.
Welcome, everybody, to the Bear vs. Man cast. This is, amazingly, February 12th,
Whoa.
2016.
Yeah, it is.
Even more amazingly, this is episode 50. And 50 episodes of this shit. And we have, also because we missed 2 weeks, had 2 bonus episodes, this is actually our happy birthday podcast. This is 1 year of Bear vs. Man.
This is our birthday.
Yeah, Ryan, you said that...
Bear vs. Man's...
Said that it was February 15th the first episode came out?
That's true. Yep. We're a little early, but it's like, we're not going to do one on the 15th, because that's a Monday.
Yeah, plus... We probably recorded on the same day, and then by the time you hear this, Bear vs. Man will definitely be a year old. My name is Nick.
Yeah. I am Ryan.
And we've been doing this shit for a year. It's incredible. It's incredible what you can get done by just not trying and just doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
Right? What?
Yeah, that's
What
true.
do you think? How has this been a good year for you?
I mean, I play a lot of video games.
How
Nick.
has this?
Not gonna lie, I play a lot of video games.
Has the Bear vs. Mancast changed the way in which you play video games?
I mean, I probably play games that I might not have otherwise.
Is it a good thing?
Because it's... I mean, yeah, it's. I mean, I played Firewatch. We'll talk about that later.
Would you have not played that?
I feel like a year ago I wouldn't want to play a story-based adventure game.
I don't. I guess that is an adventure game. I don't. We'll talk about that later.
Have you played it yet?
Do you use items on other items?
Yeah, you do.
That's an adventure game.
Yeah. I mean, the items are present in the environment, but yeah.
Oh, do you have an inventory with items in it?
No.
I don't know if that's an adventure
I mean,
game.
okay.
Hold on. We'll
okay,
save.
Then it's a Metroidvania.
Save
Done.
it. Oh yeah,
it's
word.
A Metroidvania.
It's a action game with RPG elements. That's cool. Save it.
No, there are no RPG elements.
We will discuss. Well, yeah, it's not even an inventory, for goodness sake. Okay, so what you're saying?
I know,
so do you think that
Yeah.
you playing Firewatch is more indicative of how you have grown as a person in the way you like games, or do you feel like you only play Firewatch because you want to talk about it on the podcast and or stream it on Twitch?
I'm gonna go with both. Like, I feel like there was definitely some sort of turning point in the last year where maybe I became more of a grown-up, interested in grown-up things. Like, I don't know, stories.
Yeah, I don't... Okay.
And then that subsequently led me down a path where I'm like, well, what if I played Firewatch, which is one of them
story
adventure
games. I don't know if I'd say that liking stories is an adult thing, but...
Are you sure?
No, I'm not.
I mean, it is for me. I don't like to read.
And reading is an adult thing?
Yes.
Says us who've been doing podcast for a year now, as if to say, man, screw reading. But yeah, no, I guess
totally
I mean, like,
unrelated. I think I just fucked up a whole bunch.
What'd you just do?
On all of these videos that I've been making for like a long time.
What did you do?
Anyway, I forgot to hit the button that is fit image to music, and now it's just all of the podcasts are 118 minutes long.
Or what?
Are 118 minutes long in these videos.
Oh, okay.
Everything's the worst.
Yeah, I was going to mention the fact that you've been a bit of a busy bee, and
I've been doing some YouTube house cleaning and the like.
And
I've been
doing some streaming, some VOD uploading.
Yeah.
I'm playing some Xenoblade Chronicles Cross.
I played an hour of that, and then I beat Firewatch.
And then Nintendo was like, hey, you can't make money on Xenoblade Chronicles Cross.
Nintendo was like, you can't make money on Xenoblade Chronicles Cross, and I was upset. Not because we're going to make any money, but because, like, we have no
that's
like...
fine, though.
I guess. I don't know. It makes me grouchy. I tweeted about it.
Yeah, but it's fine. Like, it doesn't actually matter. It's not like they like, copyright struck us. They just said, like, hey, we're just going to take any money you make on this video because we made the video game inside of it. And that's a little bit shitty, but you got to be like, okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, we can get into it, but, like, I totally disagree. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway.
But besides that, how do you feel like the? I mean, besides now that you play adventure games, like, do you think that you've been trying to play like more different, interesting games because we obligated ourselves to talk about it every week?
I would say so. Yeah.
What do you guys
like? I try to find things that are different and perhaps thought provoking.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think I do this. I have been trying to do the same thing, but when it comes right down to it, it is a game that I'm just like, nah, dog, I just gotta play this game right now. Screw the podcast. Yeah. I feel like we've both done that. That we went into it saying like, it'd be like Sunday night, and it'd be like, if I don't play another game, like, I have no interest in playing anything except for this one game, and I know I'm going to go into that podcast recording saying I'm an asshole for only playing one game, but I don't give a fuck, and that's just how it's going to be.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Like me and Diablo 3.
There's nothing wrong.
Like, I've been
Diablo
even currently,
3.
I've been putting off playing so many games that would be interesting for us to talk about, to play stupid games. I'm disappointed in myself. But, like, I just want to play some dumb games right now, man.
What kind of dumb games you playing?
Well, now that I'm kind of off my Diablo kick, I was trying to find a new couch game to play. And I did play The Witness for, like, a minute.
I'm sorry.
I was just, like, really... I apparently went to a part of that game that you'd never been to. I was trying to find, like, what's the closest one to where I started? I did the whole... Like, it taught me how to do the puzzles where you separate the black parts from the white parts. Like, you know how you go forward from the starting castle and there's a, like, greenhouse thing, and it shows you a series of 2 different puzzles that teaches you, like, mechanics. The one mechanic is draw a line through all of these black dots that are on the line course. Right? You know what I'm talking about? And then, there's the other one that it's like the area in between the lines, there are some black parts and some white parts, and you have to subdivide. You have to, like, draw a line in between them.
Yeah, I've done
that's like
that
the first thing you do.
Yes.
And then there's also a door that's got a super hard puzzle, or what appears to be a super hard puzzle because you don't know the mechanics, and then you learn how to draw a line through the dots and subdivide the black and the white, and then you can do it. I did that, and that wasn't too bad, and I was like, oh, this feels cool. And I took a picture of the thing that was inside of it. And then I found this apple orchard. Did you do the apple orchard yet? I did that, and then I was done. And I was like, you ever seen that GIF of John Travolta in Pulp Fiction where he, like, walks into Uma Thurman's house and he's, like, looking around like, what the fuck? Where am I? Like, what the fuck is this? Do you know what I'm talking about? Let me see. Okay, hold on. John Travolta GIF. No, this is him, and they put him in Hotline Bling. That's not a GIF at all. That's just a standing GIF.
I did it. I think it's okay. Everything's fine. I don't know. My Discord keeps, like, exploding.
Here, well, hopefully it doesn't explode long enough for you to see this. Look at that. Do you know that? Do you know that? Does John Travolta, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, he's just, like, walking around places.
He's just like, what is this?
Yeah.
That's how I felt when I cleared the apple orchard. I looked around, there's a picture of, like, a diagram of a human heart or something, and I was like, why did I do this? I was like, why did I do all of that? There's no, like, it just stopped. Like, the gate opened, and there was nowhere to go beyond that gate, and there wasn't, like, a puzzle solution to take a picture of. I took a picture of the human heart diagram. Yep. I said, like, maybe that's an answer later. I don't know. This game's weird. And then I went back to that greenhouse area, and there were a couple different places to go. I got super lost and really confused, and I just wanted to go back to where I came from so I could, like... So you know how, like, when you play Final Fantasy or something, and you are in a dungeon with multiple paths, you kind of just want to explore all of them to get all the treasure or whatever? So I kind of had that feeling of, all right, I need to go back to where I started, and kind of just sweep the map in, like, a clockwise formation. Like, start at the left and explore that path, and then go back and go to the next one. So I ran back, and I found a little break in these rocks that took me to, like, a beach with a little shack, and it's where you get all the puzzles where when you draw a line, it draws a line in the opposite, like, it draws a line at the same time that goes in the opposite direction as yours. It's like I can't describe it properly. But you've definitely never been there, because otherwise you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was like a super small hole in the rock, so I can totally understand how you didn't even see it. But it seemed like the next place to go, and it seemed self-contained. I even got to... I saw this super interesting set of puzzles that revolved around drawing a line so it like reflected the environment behind you, behind the puzzle. You know, these rocks sticking out of the water, and you kind of had to trace the outline of the rocks. And I got to the last puzzle in that sequence, and the only way I could figure out to solve it was to disregard everything I learned about that puzzle to that point, go behind the board, and draw it on the backside, but instead of tracing the rocks, tracing a different set of objects that I'd never had to trace before. And that somehow worked.
Yeah.
And then nothing happened. It didn't... like, that was just the end of that series of puzzles. And then it turns out there was another series of puzzles in that area that eventually led to what appeared to be, like, the grand puzzle of the area. That might be, like, a progression thing. But I saw, like, where that puzzle was going. It actually did some really interesting things with teaching you what was coming next and kind of ramping you up to the difficulty. And the last part, like the boss puzzle of the area, as far as I can tell, seems totally doable, but it's going to require me to, like, take pictures and stuff. I just haven't gone back to it yet because I haven't been just really exhausted lately, and I haven't felt the need to... I haven't felt the desire to bend my brain in ways like that. But I have a couple days off coming up, so I'm probably going to hit the Witness again, like, early next week. Because I only played, like, really one session last weekend. I think it's a really cool idea, but the way everybody's talking about it has gotten me wicked nervous.
I think I hate that game, Nick.
I'm not even a little bit surprised.
I don't think that game is bad. I just think that game is something that I have zero desire to suffer through.
That's not a Ryan game. It also takes forever to finish. I don't even think... I think you might be able to enjoy that game, but you'll never finish... Like, you would not get enjoyment out of finishing that game. You would get, like, enjoyment out of, like, solving some of the earlier puzzles and being like, cool, I'm a dope puzzle-solving man. And then...
Have you been to the area in the desert?
No. I saw that it exists. I can go there, but I intentionally avoided it because it didn't seem like the next area to go to.
So I did almost that whole area, and I felt wicked smart afterwards. And that's enough. I'm done. I solved that area, and I've gotten everything. I had all the feelings you get while you play The Witness in that one area, and they're all the same, except you just have the same trajectory of feelings. You're like, oh yeah, no, I can do these, and then you get to the next one, you're like, oh shit, this is really hard, and then you get to like another puzzle after that, and you're like, oh no, this is literally impossible, and then you bang your head on a wall for like 5 days, and then you come back, and you're like, yeah.
You're like, yeah, my forehead's bleeding.
One. Yeah, no, my brain matter is leaking out of my ear holes. And then you go find another area because there's like 13 of them or something. And I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Is there 13 areas?
I don't...
There's just
I
been
know,
a couple parts where
I
know you specifically expressed a concern to me that more than once the game did the thing where they said, like, here's the rules of this area. Because they're all line puzzles. It's all draw... The basic premise of the game is draw a line. They say, like, you enter an area, and they're like,
yes,
here's the rules of this area. In these puzzles, you must draw the line in this general way. Like I was talking about drawing the line puzzles. And then there's also another set where you get a blue line and a yellow line that moves like a mirror version of it. And you have to... There's blue dots and yellow dots.
Right.
So they're just like, here are the rules of this particular area. And then you get to the last puzzle, and it's just like, the plans have changed! And the rules sometimes don't apply. In my experience, sometimes the rules evolve in a weird way, but I haven't found that exactly yet, besides with the whole having to do it from behind thing that I encountered. But I feel like that's just an evolution, like a wacky evolution of it, as opposed to them just straight up changing the rules. Because I still trace the outline of something. But I'm captivated so far because the way that they teach you how to do the puzzles in an area, the way that they ramp up, the way that they like curve up is super fascinating. Like that yellow and blue one I did. It was like a series. It was 3 sets of a series, and at first it's just like, hey, the blue and the yellow line work like this. You got to get the dots. I'm like, okay, cool. And then the final set of them, the yellow line started getting progressively like more transparent with each puzzle, and I didn't think anything of it until like the fourth puzzle in the series, where the yellow line became invisible. And I was like, oh, this is actually really interesting. I was like, how did I like? They were totally like warning me that this is going to happen by making the yellow line slowly disappear. And then the final set of puzzles is the blue line and the yellow line are on. The yellow line is invisible, and they're on opposite panels, like panels opposite each other, so you can't see them both at the same time. It's in my I think that's really neat, like the way that it like ramps up like that. But I do feel like that could be a problem at some point, that it changes in such a way that you're not expecting, and it can be really potentially frustrating.
Yeah, I sort of feel like I've been intentionally deceived by, like, the puzzle design several times.
I don't think it's deception.
Like
it teaches you how to do the puzzles, and then it kind of says, all right, well, now this is changed in such a way you got to think outside the box, and we're going to let you figure out what that means exactly. But also, you have to recognize, like as I did with that backwards puzzle, you have to look at it and be like, what's going to happen if I solve this puzzle? Do I even need to solve this puzzle? Because if you're not doing like a completionist 100% run, you can just be like, no, I'm not even doing this. I'm out. You know what I mean? You're like, I'm out. This area is. I'm just gonna go to. That was the big tip I heard before the game was really out. Was like, if you're stumped, just go somewhere else. Like, just you might not even have to do that puzzle.
I did that a whole bunch.
Stop. And then you'll probably think of the solution later.
Yeah, I did that a bunch, and I eventually decided, well, it's really not worth it to go back. I haven't played that game in probably like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back to it. I was playing on my my Steam Link, And there was like a little.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard other people mention, or did you experience any like super slight input lag with just the movement of the camera, just changing your moving your view?
Yeah, but I want to say that's that game's thing and not the Steam Link thing.
That's what I'm saying.
I think because there's like no look sensitivity things in the options.
There might be.
So. I know there's I know you can
either
invert
way.
The camera,
Every time I moved the camera, it felt like it went slow for like a quarter of a second and then sped up. Like, it was just really weird. Yeah. I was like, is my VSync off or something? Like, what is going on here? I don't even know what VSync is, but I feel like it could be off because it's acting so weird. It's just a weird... Mm-hmm. It's got a weird feel to it. I got used to it. But that's, like, probably the most... I've been playing it on, like, Ultra, and that's probably most... My computer is getting... Not old, but, like, it's getting to the point where games are coming out that it can't run on Ultra. So if I'm going to be streaming it across a Stream Link, I really shouldn't be playing it on Ultra. But
probably
it worked okay for me. And like when I was running, like the environment was smooth, like the environment loading in and everything. But yeah, something about the look, the looking, just had a weird input lag or something. But if you're having it too, then I think that's just how the game is.
There's something a little funky.
So I can get over it. Once I got into the puzzles, it was totally fine. Just no, there's some other control issues. Have you been using a controller as well?
Yeah, I've been playing on my Steam Link with 360 controller.
I just have some moments where I go to like move in between, like move the line, and I miss, and I can't correct it until I've gone made 7 incorrect moves. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to go left and then up, and I miss that up, and now I'm left, and suddenly I'm just like, blah, blah, blah. Like I just wiggled the controller enough that I'm suddenly just in the completely wrong spot. But that's just me being retarded, so that's fine. I'll get over that.
Yep.
But yeah, that game's... I'm not always in the mood for that game, as is evidenced by the fact that I didn't play it for 3 weeks till after it came out, even though I bought it the day of.
Yep.
So I've just been trying to find some games I'm more in the mood for, and I did that pretty successfully. But I'm going to talk about that later. I want to talk to you about Final Fantasy Tactics Advance because we had the same hilarious cathartic moment a couple days ago.
That was a great little exchange.
It was also fairly late at night. It was obvious that we were both just up playing that game for some reason.
Yep. That's all true.
We've both been playing Final Fantasy Tactics Advance on the Wii U Virtual Console, which, I don't know. I'm like, should I have just played this on my Game Boy? Should I have just called you on my cell phone? I was like, I was like, I don't have.
I had a couple of those moments.
I don't have an SP anymore. I'd have to get my 3DS Lite, and then it'd be sticking out. I was like, no, this is fine. This is fine.
Did you just say 3DS Lite?
Because it's the only, that's
it's all over.
Only thing I have besides an original GBA somewhere that plays GBA games. Oh no, I got a Game Boy Micro, bro.
Game Boy Micro, bro.
Got a Game Boy Micro, bro. What?
Game Boy
I'm
Micro,
so
bro.
stupid. Why didn't I play it on my Game Boy Micro? It's okay. I got another save file. But so we got to the third boss. Well, the second boss, but the third Totema. Adremalech. I think he's.
That's the one.
I'm pretty sure he's Jewish. Adremalech. It's like a Yiddish.
That's his name.
We went to Eisenfield or someplace or the volcano. Is that where? Yeah, we went to the volcano, and he was like, "Come in, have some bagels and schmear." We're like, "All right, Adremalech."
Yes.
And then he proceeded to beat the
surprise him up, fuck you up,
dude. He's his first turn. He acted first.
Me too, dude.
And just killed 2 of my guys in the first move. And I was like, I don't understand. I have a very small clan. Like, I had, like, maybe 3 or 4 people more than you get at the beginning of the game. And I've done every single side mission up to that point, which I was kind of thinking maybe that's not necessary. But I had done every single side mission, and then I'd captured as many areas as possible. And whenever they were under attack, I liberated them. So I did like 5 of those missions. And still, this guy, I'm slowly following the critical path in this game. And by the time I got there, he was still like wrecking me. I got completely wiped out the first time. And I said, like, okay, well, I have to grind now. And so, even though I said, well, so you beat him your first attempt, but barely.
Yeah, I beat him. Yeah, like it was me and a blue mage who only had like one ability.
Just goblin punching the crap out of him?
With black magic. No, my blue mage ability didn't even have. It wasn't even damaging. It was the one that the slimes use that like makes you get a random status effect.
Oh, okay.
So it's just me casting like Blizzard or something on that guy like 100 times, and like him missing with every attack because my acid ability blinded him.
Dope.
And if that didn't happen, I would have lost immediately. But yeah, no, I got through it. But like, man, that was like not okay.
Yeah, it sucked. It was like really, really, really. Yeah, like
shitty.
I don't know why it got so difficult, and I feel like the 13-year-old me would have just been like, "Well, we just gotta grind up. There's nothing wrong with that. It's grinding. Grinding's fine. I have nothing to do but play this game, so I'll just grind."
So,
but 2016 me is like, no, this is actually bullshit. I've learned from 13 years of playing games since then.
I'm all right
that's
without
stupid.
doing that.
And I still was like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna grind it out though. And then I made fire attacks illegal, but he didn't give a shit anyways. Even though the wiki, some like Final Fantasy wiki article was like, oh, dude, it's chill, just make fire attacks illegal, no big deal.
Oh, it's chill.
And he just used that move right out the gate and killed my dude again. Or actually, no, he hit one dude and didn't kill him, and then missed the other one. Because here's the thing about that game: it's like all or nothing. Attacks miss. Like, that game is about just trying your hardest to not miss. And it's just whoever doesn't miss the most wins is how that game is played.
That game, you miss a lot.
And so we both had the same thought of just like, wow, this game's shitty. Let's just play the sequel. I don't know how we both came upon that thought independently of each other, but that's exactly what happened. And
yeah, I can't remember. I think you sent me that message, and I'm like, oh my god, I booted that game up right now. I booted that game up later
that night, even though I spent an hour grinding and I actually beat the boss. I was like, no, actually, this game's bullshit though. And the story in that game might actually suck.
I think it does.
I appreciate.
Yeah.
Well, I don't appreciate the fact that they actually are like, they're like, hey, we're inside Final Fantasy now. I'm like, stop, please, I'm begging you.
My favorite video game is Final Fantasy.
Like, hey, do you like playing games?
What's
like,
yours?
Yeah, my favorite is Final Fantasy. I'm like, stop, I'm begging you. But I think the dynamic of the good awful. Guy is actually a bad guy. Like, well, no, he's not. Even he's not like. No one likes. The whole thing is like they get sucked into this other world through this book, and then when you get to the other world, the main character is like, "Oh, this is awful. I have to go back to my world. How can I do this?" And you're like, "Okay, that makes sense. You want to go back home to your family." You don't want to be in this crazy world where there's lizard men and Moogles and stuff. That makes sense. And then he meets all of his friends from the real world. And they're just like, hey,
he does.
My life is way better here. They're like, the Ritz is like, I don't have to dye my hair. I have so many friends.
Like all of them.
Your brother, you meet your brother, he can walk. He's a cripple in the real world.
Yeah, he's not wheelchair bound.
He's like, oh, yeah, having a great time walking around, having fun with people. And then, like, your mute, who's that total fuckboy in the real world, He's still kind of a fuckboy in Nicholas, but he's the prince, and his mom's alive, although she's really not. Spoilers. She's like some evil fucking demon or something. And then, but still, the main character, whose name I've never known how to pronounce, is still just like, I always thought it was Marche or something like that. But even though he's like, all my friends are happier here, fuck that, we're going home. And eventually the game ends with you destroying that world, and you guys all go home to your shitty lives where Ritz is like an albino and she has to dye her hair every day, and people still make fun of her. Like, what the hell? Like, what the... Like, that's like a meme thing, is like the fact that March is like a piece of shit and does not understand the situation. It's like... Did you ever play Tales of Fantasia?
No. Oh wait, I did a little bit, but like not enough to know.
Super gray.
Anything
at
about
a certain point in the game, if you're paying attention, it looks like maybe the bad guy isn't the bad guy. Like, it's like at a certain, like, because the whole point up to that point is the main character Cress is like, I'm on an adventure to save the world from this guy, and then you realize that the bad guy's intentions are such that maybe that's for the best, and if Cress stops him, then that's not good. And it's like the most interesting Tales story, because it's super ambiguous in terms of who's bad and who's good. And it's kind of like that. It's like, I mean, like, the evil queen, who's like a digital cyber demon or something weird. Like, she's not good, but neither is Marche for trying to send everybody back to the world where they're all crippled and sad. So that game's weird. And so I feel like I appreciate the contrast of playing these games so close together. Because you start this game and Luso, the main character, is just, first of all, tutorial, like the time you spend in the real world in this game, like 6 minutes. Love it.
Yeah, there is no in real world tutorial in that game. It's like you go to detention and then you read a book and then bam.
Now you're fighting a giant chicken.
You're in it.
And Sid, and this guy Sid's there. I don't even know what he is, because he's definitely not a banga, and he's not a human.
I don't know. He's just some kind of like weird pointy nosed brown dude.
He's not even a human.
Like, I don't know what he is. Are you sure he's not a human?
Yeah, I think one of the things that Luso remarks is that he's not a human. He's like, look at that guy. That's not a person. Yeah. He says like, you're not even human, Sid. You're like, or a hume, as you guys call us. But Luso is just like, he's got this get up and go attitude, like immediately. He's just like dropped in the world, and he's just like scared for about a second. And then he's just like, nah, this is awesome. I'm gonna fight so many people, and I'm gonna like have so much fun with my friends.
No, this is
it's tight. Like a total 180 that is so. It's so intentionally 180 that I'm kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this, because you guys just turned it around on purpose because people didn't like the first story. But I think it's fun. It's more fun.
Yeah.
So how much time have you actually sunk into the sequel?
Like
so
8 hours.
What are you thinking so far? Like, do you think we made the right move by switching?
I think this is definitely a better game than the first one.
Definitely a better game.
I mean, I sort of remarked to you earlier when I started, I'm like, oh man, item progression in this game's really slow. And then you're like, nah man, it's chill. And then I'm like,
I'm still having
you're right.
a couple of problems with that, but I see what you mean.
I get a couple of characters who kind of get stuck in a rut for a little while.
I can't...
And then I feel like some of those items are like story mission gated. So, like, you just kind of have to, like, play through the game, and then you'll get the item that you need to make a new
some
thing.
Some of the jobs are locked, and those missions... Yeah, that's
I don't
that's
like
kind of
that
lame,
part.
But the missions will come in a reasonable pace. Like, you get Dragoon and Fighter early enough that you're like, okay, this is fine. The problem for me comes in the fact that I just got Fighter, but I literally don't have enough swords to teach everyone enough abilities to become one. Or I think I've just enough. I can't become a ninja yet. I don't have enough daggers to become a ninja. Like, to teach enough thief abilities. I only have one white mage ability in the whole world.
Because you like 4. Yeah.
So it's like a little
Yeah.
bit frustrating.
See, I have 2 white mage abilities, and I have 4 soldier abilities, so
How
I'm
did
not
you
quite
get a
sure what you
second
did.
white mage ability? Yeah, this game's weird.
I got the cure staff
Oh,
at some
so
point
jealous.
for I'm not sure
And
why.
so I think this game's generally
you
an
should be.
improvement. I mean, it still has some weird pacing things. Like my first file on this game has 90 hours on it, and I'm like level 52. I don't think I'm gonna play that game this much, but the fact that potential exists is a little bit freaky. Played this one for about it says 10 hours, but that's not entirely accurate. And yeah, it's like the pacing's a little bit weird, but I think it's generally a better game. I think I'd agree with that. It's like it
think
runs
it's
a little bit
game,
faster.
for sure.
Attacks don't always miss constantly. The thing about the first Final Fantasy Tactics Advance game is that status effects were totally broken. Like if you blinded someone,
Yeah.
like dude, game over for that person. And like Isuna wouldn't even cure that.
Yeah.
The status effects were just like totally broken in the first game, and they still a lot of that stuff exists here, but it's not as crippling. No pun intended.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like also a lot of the status effects don't actually show up as often as they did. Like I feel like I would fight a random fight in the thing, and it would just be like, do you want to have 5 archers give you blindness and crippling,
Yeah, the first game, like,
like,
you could learn,
no.
archers could learn blackout, like, immediately. And this one is like, I just learned the Green Mage skill blind.
And they use it all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the balancing is a little bit better.
Oh, man.
I like the way the world map works a little bit better. I don't miss having to, every time I unlock a new area, looking up where to place it. That's not something that I miss from the first one.
Yeah, I kind of like how it's just a set world map, and it's, the way it is, and that's fine. I'm okay with that.
I like that a lot. They added 2 new races. There's generally more, like, I like the way that you earn experience better in this game. I forgot what a shitty way they do that in Final Fantasy Tactics Advance is. It's just like, if you act on a turn, you get experience based on the level of the character who you affected, which was like the stupidest way of doing things ever, apparently. It would just, like, are you a white mage? Then you should just cast Cure on whoever's nearby every turn, even if you don't need to. Instead, this game, you get experience for just being in the match, and then you can decide whether or not the move you want to make is the best move and not worry about whether or not they're going to get experience. And then the whole clan gets ability points for every mission you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they definitely improved big time on the way this game works. And considering it took many, many years for it to come out.
Yeah.
And I remember we were so hyped when this game came out.
Mm-hmm.
We got it the day it came out, and we like sat in the living room and like just played the shit out of this game.
Played the shit out of it.
Yeah, I think it's...
Final Fantasy. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I like these games a lot, and I don't know how I ever sunk into them, like how I ever got into the Tactics series in the first place. Well, the Tactics Advance series, at least, because I never played the original Tactics, nor do I have any interest in doing so.
Yeah.
But something about these games, man, I don't know.
I mean, I'm gonna play Fire Emblem Fates next week, Nick.
I'm not. I'm just gonna save my fucking money.
I'm gonna probably have a bad time.
Just not do that to myself.
I mean, that's probably way smarter than what
anyway,
I'm doing.
So.
But
No, whatever. You'll just stream it, and then maybe it'll all be worth it. Okay, let's Ryan. Let's take 5, and then we'll talk about the games that we played this week that the other person didn't. As long as you can keep your Firewatch discussion spoiler free, of course.
Of course.
Great.
I wouldn't dare.
Settled then. Be right back. Hey, Ryan. Hey, Ryan.
Yeah.
Tell me about Firewatch.
Yeah.
Tell me like a little bit about Firewatch.
Firewatch is a game.
Are you serious? I know because I bought it, but I haven't played it yet. No, I bought it because I wanted to save $2 before it came out. I bought it like 4 hours before it unlocked. I knew I was going to get it anyways, so...
Smart. Yeah. So, Firewatch is, I suppose, it's a game. Yeah, so, I mean, anybody who's wondering what you do in it, you're, like, wandering around in the woods because you're a guy who is a fire lookout.
In Minnesota?
And
no, where's the place? Wyoming.
Wyoming.
One of those square-looking states.
Yeah, one of those. So, there's a whole setup to, like, why you're there at the beginning of the game, and I'm not going to tell you what that is. It's like 100% spoilers. But, yeah, so you end up in this Firewatch tower, and then you meet your boss via walkie-talkie. I don't know if she's actually your boss. She might be, like, just someone, like a veteran. But, and then the whole game is about you solving the problems that come up as the days go by. You're there for, like, the summer. You're there for, like, 90 days.
So it takes place over the course of, like, several months.
Yeah, so it starts in, like, I think it starts in, like, May and then it ends in August or something like that. So yeah, you're fucking... The whole thing is about, like, it's a little bit adventure gamey because you're, like, finding stuff and then exploring the environment, and then, you know, you're like, oh, I got the whatever, and now I can go here. I found the climbing gear.
Oh, really?
And so you do a little bit of that stuff. Yeah, there's a little bit of that in the game. Yeah, it's a little bit like a Metroidvania because, like, you go somewhere and you're like, oh man, I can't go here because I don't have the climbing gear. But then you get the climbing gear and you're like, oh shit.
But as days pass, it just reset you to, like, the starting point. Like, you, like, witness an event, and that event is the end of day one, and then...
So you don't actually play through all 90 days.
So it'll say, like, and then it'll fade to, like, 2 weeks later, and you're in your Firewatch tower again.
Yeah.
But now you have the climbing gear because you got that right before, like, day one ended. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
All of this is true. You would like Firewatch if you're into games about character interaction and, like, relationship building between, like, two people, because it's mostly about how your supervisor person, Delilah, is, like, interacting with you. And I think there's some branching path stuff. I'm not 100% confident on that because I only played through it once. But I think a few, yeah, it has a few. You can a lot of times it's mostly about, do I want to have, like, a sarcastic retort? Do I want to say something? Do I want to be straightforward, or do I want to get a little mad because she's, like, poking my buttons?
She's like poking my butt.
She's all about poking your buttons. She's like poking my butt, and
you're like, whoa, slow down, girl.
Yeah. So Firewatch is cool.
No, Firewatch you're here cool. First. Ryan says Firewatch is cool.
Firewatch is cool. I don't know how in depth the branching stuff probably gets. It's probably not very. It's probably only slightly different.
Did you play it via Steam Link? That worked.
I did.
Worked well. Oh.
That was a little weird. Because the game has controller support, but they don't have controller button pictures. So, yeah, like, I was playing that game, and it's like, push spacebar to jump over this log, and I'm like, okay, but I'm holding an
It
Xbox
didn't even say
360
press
controller.
X, like press like cross, like is it because
No.
it's on PS4?
No.
Yeah,
It is. That's the part I found weird. At least, like, if they had the PS4 button icons, I could be like, oh, this is how this translates to this.
I
And so,
don't understand
that's-
how. I obviously know nothing about game development, but I don't know how they couldn't just go to Steam or Microsoft or somebody and be like, hey, can we get the Steam, like, can we get, like, ABYX buttons, please? Like, those little pictures, and then just Control F cross replace with A. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for the PS4 version? I don't know.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
seems like that might be, like, a guy's job for a day. I know it's a small team, but...
It says full controller support.
It's broken. You
Even.
should probably request your money back.
So, yeah, I should. Yeah. So, that's a thing. But other than that, and figuring out, which buttons go to what. Other than that, I had a great time with it.
All right, I should probably play that game eventually.
Yeah, I think it's wicked pretty. I think the dialogue and the writing is really, really funny for the most part. There's some really nice, serious moments that also work very well.
What about the music?
So there is some music, and I like it.
What about the man who composed the music?
I'm not getting into my feelings about Chris Remo on this podcast with you. I am not doing it.
I just wanted to see what you said. Now I'm gonna see if you. No, okay, no, you're not gonna get into it. Yeah, I'm gonna play that game. I'm gonna see how it runs on my Steam Link. I might just have to play it on my PC so I can enjoy its prettiness and not have to worry about anything else in terms of latency or like not being able to run it on Ultra.
I didn't have any problems, but I also didn't have any problems with The Witness, which sounds like you did.
I actually think the only problems I had with The Witness was just that the lag that everyone experiences when they go to move the camera, like that like half of a millisecond that I've heard other people talk about, and you also said was kind of there. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm going to try playing it like a step down, because the visuals in The Witness are like, well, these look really cool, but honestly, if they looked a little bit shittier, I wouldn't even care. Like, I wouldn't even notice. So I'm going to try that, but I think I'm just going to encounter the same problem. I'll see how Firewatch goes.
Yeah.
I'm going to need to get a new graphics card soon, though, which is kind of a bummer.
Man, I keep thinking about getting a new processor motherboard for one of my computers.
Yeah, that's hard.
I'm just like, I don't want to do it.
Unlike what you call it. New graphics cards would be much easier. I need more RAM too, but that's just like a personal issue I need to deal with.
Yeah,
and more hard drive space.
Motherfucker, get yourself a 980.
No,
just do it.
Dude, first of all,
calm
down. All right. First of all, I'm an AMD guy.
Do it.
For graphics card, not processors.
Get out of here.
For graphics cards,
Get out
not
of
processors.
here. You're wrong. What is this, 2006? Come on.
My AMD Sapphire is, like, pretty alright. It's done well for me. But, I definitely need more RAM. I need to get some,
yourself a 980.
Some, dual 8 sticks. I only have...
How many RAMs do you have? How many RAMs are inside of your computer?
I have 4.
Yeah, you need more RAMs.
I have 2 4s. So yeah, I need 2 8s. I just need to.
Yeah, you need more RAMs.
That's easy. And especially, I was like, I don't want to open up that computer ever again. And then when I was checking my RAM sticks to see if that's why I blue screened that one time, I was like, man, installing RAM is easy. I'm gonna get more RAM. Needs more RAM.
RAM.
I need more space for. I need to delete Facebook off my computer because it's making my computer slow.
I like on my computer that plays video games. I was like, how much RAM do I have in here? And then I looked. I'm like, I only have 16 gigabytes. That's not enough. So I just bought 16 more.
You just
gigabytes,
have 4 8s in there.
Month ago. Now it's got 32.
I should just do it. If I find a good sale on 8s, just give me 2 sets. I don't even care.
I also need to put more RAM in the other
My processor is just going to be like, why you give me all
computers.
this RAM exactly? I'm an i5. Excuse me?
Yeah.
Here, I need to figure out how to send. How do you share things on Steam with people? Because I found the game that we have to play later.
What do you...
For our next stream.
Can't you send me a link to the store
access
page?
that link from the Steam
By, like
application. Share.
Highlight it. It's on the top
yeah, because we're planning on. Those are not the options that I want. Here, I'm just doing it on Twitter. Yeah, we're planning on doing a stream on
Twitter. Dope.
Oh, this. There's no way this is going to be out. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
No,
oh, word.
No,
hey, this
do
Sunday we're going to do a stream.
It's fine.
February 14th, aka Valentine's Day. We're going to do a stream where we play some silly games, including
Yeah, we are.
All right, what's your Twitter?
It's
Ryan
great.
M.
Do you? How many?
I don't have memorized. It usually autofills.
You
But
don't
it's
know
not
my
right
Twitter
now.
handle by. It's Ryan M3890.
890?
You can follow me on Twitter.
Ryan M.
3890.
I now know the PIN number to your checking account. Dope. Why? It's wicked easy to remember. You should have done it. Make it happen.
Free to play.
Yeah,
play
dude.
Frosty
It's a
Kiss.
Russian,
Okay.
one of them Russian anime games. It has very positive reviews.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's in English.
Is there English?
It's made by Russian people. And
all the screen.
it says interface English. Check. And some of the if you look at the screenshots on Steam, it's in English. Probably just not. They probably didn't translate the trailer.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't have titties. So that means that we can play it on 4K.
Whoa, there's no titties
We
in
play
it?
it on a 4K projector at a preschool with no repercussions. Hey,
Oh,
Ryan,
nice.
you know what game I played today or this week? And I'm super duper into.
What is it?
If you hashtag follow me on Twitter, you already know what I'm talking about. I finally
Is it
horse killing,
Horse Death,
horse
the game?
murder, the game. Oh man. Okay, so originally I may have already told this story about I started playing The Witcher 3 and it wasn't the game I wanted it to be. Every time I was like I was like, okay, well, I like this world, and I'm going around on my horse, like, hey, I'm gonna fight those mermen or something, and I'd be like, all right, time to get off my horse, and then I'm not getting, and the game didn't control the way I wanted it to, and then when I started combat, I just wanted it to be like it wasn't as fluid as I wanted the combat to be, like, I'd always swing and miss, and I was just like, really frustrated by it. I was like, I just want to play a game where I kill people. And I put it away because I need to finish playing Game of the Year stuff. And then once I was done with Diablo 3, or once I'd settled down on Diablo 3, and I had played The Witness a little bit, and I was like, okay, I need to play a game that's not going to challenge me too much. And I finally popped in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Dude, this game's actually good. Yeah, like it's
no way.
Far and above the best Assassin's Creed game I've ever played. Unlike, so I played Assassin's Creed Unity for like a minute, it's actually like 3 hours, because my friends and I, that was the one that had co-op in it, and a couple of my friends had it, so I'm like, okay, well, I'll play to the point where you can do the co-op part, and the tutorial part of the game was just so stupid and boring, and at a certain point in Assassin's Creed Unity, this is what totally killed it for me. At a certain point in Assassin's Creed Unity, I got to a part where it was that old trope in every Assassin's Creed game where well, actually, I really only played 2, which, as far as everyone in the entire world is concerned, is the best one.
That's what I
It did that
believe.
thing again where you, like, it's like, showed you growing up and then learning that your families were always assassins, and then you learn the way of the assassin and get like your hidden blade and get like drink from like the assassin chalice and become one with the creed and blah 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 blah. They did that in Unity. There was this moment where you spent like a couple of minutes like walking down these stairs to the secret assassin den, and they were literally showing you clips of things that had happened in your life that you literally just did in the past 2 hours. And I'm like, this is the biggest waste of my time ever. Like, I can't believe that this is happening right now. This game respects your goddamn time. It starts out and it's just like, kill everyone.
I mean, that's good.
You're already assassins. Just go forth and just fuck shit up. And that's what I did. And then the cutscenes are mad skippable and not really that long to begin with. Assassin's Creed Syndicate is like Assassin's Creed in industrial, like turn of the century Industrial Revolution England, specifically London and the boroughs around it. And there's 2 playable characters. They're twins. So the guy is Jacob and the girl is Evie, and they both like share experience and skills, and they don't share skills. They share experience and the number of skill points you have, and most of the gear is the same. Like, they equip the same weapons. But ultimately, Evie is better at sneaking, and she gets skills that only she can get that make her sneakier. Like one that just makes her invisible when she stands still. That's like one of the last skills you can get, which I want really badly because I like sneaking. And then Jacob is more about just beating the shit out of people, and you get skills that reflect that ethos, I suppose. And so there's some missions you have to play as one, some missions you have to play as the other, and it's all about this Templar guy who's got control over London in a variety of different ways. People, he's got people working for him around the city that are repressing the people, yada, 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 Assassin's Creed. And you have to, like, at the beginning of the game, you like, oh, we got this plan, we execute the plan, didn't go so well. And then the assassin guy that you work for is like, all right, well, you guys kind of suck, but let's head back to base. And you're like, nah, we're going to London, and we're just going to go take on that big guy by ourselves. And then you meet this Indian guy and a bunch of other people, like Charles Darwin and Charles Dickens, and you just do your thing and kill people. And it's actually fun. You get like a zip line, like grappling hook launcher. You'll be like, oh, that building looks really tall. I want to climb up the whole thing. You just hit left bumper and just like go right up to the top. And it's lovely. Like, traversal is so much fun. And, like, assassination, you just jump, like, 13 stories, just land on some guy. They made Assassin's Creed fun again. They kind of got out of their own ass. That they were up pretty far for a while. They've almost completely removed the present-day element from it. It literally is just... you're still in the Animus. That whole thing.
Yes.
But it starts up and you're just like, welcome to Animus. And then some present day assassin lady is like, hey, we need your help with some dumb shit or whatever. Play this game. And then you play the game, and like that has literally only come up like once over the course of the story. There's no more like you actually play as someone in the present day, and you're doing this, and then you go inside the Animus, and then it's just basically you're just playing the game. They've toned that down so much. Although some of that stuff was interesting in like Black Flag, when it turns out that you were working, like you're literally a game tester for Ubisoft, for a fake Ubisoft that's making the game. Like that was like a fun little thing, but like.
That was
like
kind of the dumb
that was the
shit
perfect amount of dumb shit. But they finally just said, like, nobody likes this future stuff. We're just going to kind of mention it tangentially and then move on with our lives. And then they just made a fun game about going around London and just, like, killing people. And everybody's got funny accents and stuff. It's cool. And my favorite... Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it sounds okay.
This one mission, the best mission from any game ever. It's just... don't remember you have to like hijack this carriage, and so you and the other character are like, usually it's either one or the other. You play as one or the other. So you pick one to play as, and the other one is like in the mission with you. You kill all the people around this carriage. You get into it, and then then you get found out. So you guys like take off with the carriage and whatever's in it, like that you're trying to steal. And so the other person's driving the carriage. So you're just standing in the back of the carriage. And so carriages are basically they're just cars. Like, they just, like, imagine it's like an open world, it's like a GTA game, but instead of there being cars, they just, like, Control F replaced cars with carriages. Like, I don't know. I don't see the point in using them unless you have to. There's a couple different interesting side events that require you to, like, hijack carriages and stuff like that. But for the most part, I don't really feel the need to engage with it. But this one particular mission, you're in the back of this carriage, the other guy's driving, and then other carriages are coming at you, and you have to get them off your tail. Otherwise, they're gonna like run you off the road. And you have in this game, you get one of your equipable items. You get a pistol. You get like throwing knives, pistol, smoke bombs. Not like too much stuff. Like just the right amount of like side tool things that you can use them if you want to, but you also don't have to. It's not like some of the other games that got way out of control with, like, you had bombs and guns, and it's just like, yeah, it's like you got a gun, but I don't really use it because I'm a sneaky person. So, like, I was, at this point, I just had, like, the base gun. I never bothered to upgrade it. And so these carriages start coming at you, and they do this thing in the game where as an enemy gets close to you, it'll be highlighted yellow as to say you can press Y to do a quick shot. Like, you don't have to aim or anything. You'll just like throw a knife at them or just shoot them, and it'll do some damage. And as these people are getting closer, as the carriage is getting closer, I noticed the horse drawing the carriage turns yellow. And I'm like, oh man. Not only can I shoot the horse, they want me to shoot the horse. And there's two people driving the carriage. So I have two options here. I can either try and kill both the people driving the carriage to make it crash. Or and that would take 2 shots a person. Or a well-placed headshot in each of them, which is going to be impossible on a moving carriage. They're tiny heads. Or I can just dome this horse with a single bullet and just make it crash. And that's exactly what happened. And I was like, this 10 out of 10, best game ever. Not only did they give me an opportunity to kill these horses, because I've definitely mentioned my obsession with horse death on this podcast before, right? Okay. Not only did they give me an opportunity to kill these horses with guns, with unlimited ammo. Every time I ran out of ammo, the guy in the front seat was like, yo, take this ammo. Unlimited ammo to shoot as many horses as I wanted to. And not only that, but the best strategy, the best way to clear that mission is to shoot horses in the head. It's the fastest, most efficient way to clear that mission. And after I did it once and I encountered some glitch or something and I died and I had to do it again, I wound up killing a grand total of 5 horses, and I got an achievement for it, bro.
Yep.
Oh, I was like, I was having like a really shitty day up to that point. And that happened, I legitimately like felt better. Like it turned my life around. I was like, this is the best. This is my favorite game now. Like, this is the best game ever. I'm so happy. Although the achievement was called like, best game. Why would you do that, in all caps? And I'm like, what? Don't be a hater, bro. Like, I did what I had to do. Yeah, I did what I had to do, man. I had to recover the piece of Eden or whatever, and some horses had to die in the process. That being so, like, I like the game a lot. It's obviously still glitchy, but I've experienced only glitches I've encountered were like kind of funny ones, where like people wouldn't load into, because the cutscenes aren't really cutscenes. They're like, the cutscenes run in real time. It's not like they just launch like a .wav file or like a .mov file or something. Like, So at one point, I'm talking to this police guy, and he's like, "Hey, Lieutenant," and the camera pans over, and there's no one there because the guy was like stuck on geometry somewhere and couldn't make it to the scene in time, or I had like knocked him unconscious at some point over the course of the mission, but he was still talking. Another time, I went to go hijack this carriage, and I spooked the guys nearby, so the guy jumped into the carriage, and so I promptly shot him with a gun, and he died. But the game didn't register that there was no driver, so the carriage just took off as if someone was driving it. The horses were just running, like, intelligently through the streets of London for no reason with the bounty in tow. So it's just like, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of moving parts in the game, so it's going to be kind of glitchy, but so far the glitches have been fun. It's been fun killing stuff. Like, I don't know, I just got to kill stuff. And it's an open world game, so you do the thing, you find a marker on your map and go to it and collect the treasure and then do the side mission and then do the main mission, and you just kind of play the game the way you want to. I'm fully... Yeah. I mentioned before that I got this game knowing that this was Assassin's Creed Last Chance for my appreciation. That I was like, Assassin's Creed, if you fuck this one up, then like I
totally
will stop caring about you entirely as a series. Then I was already mostly there. But I'm into this enough that when the next one eventually comes out, I might actually... I'm not going to pre-order anything, but I will entertain the notion that it might not be a complete piece of shit.
The thought, yeah.
Because a lot of people on this game said... I heard a lot of people who reviewed the game or played the game in general just said, listen, I was not expecting much from this game because Assassin's Creed is kind of not good anymore. But as it turns out, this game is actually totally fine. Like, it's a good game. I would say it's good.
It's
I would
serviceable.
go as far as to say that it is good.
Is that?
I'm not.
Okay.
I haven't played it enough to say like it's great. It's like best game ever, 10 out of 10. Besides that horse sequence was the best sequence of any game I've ever played. But the game itself is good. You can skip cutscenes, so that's all I need. And I like the 2-character dynamic. I don't think they really need to do that again, but it works for this game. I can skip cutscenes. That's how fucking sweet. Because sometimes I'm watching a cutscene. I'm like, wait a minute, why am I not killing anyone right now? Hold B. Yeah, the game's great. I'm gonna keep playing it. Okay. Speaking of Assassin's Creed, there's some news related to Assassin's Creed. Yeah, we're gonna go to news.
We're gonna go to news now? Okay.
So.
No.
I don't know why this is news. This is really funny to me that this is news. This is what we need to actually talk about this story. Assassin's Creed, they said, Ubisoft is like, alright guys.
Okay.
Here's a special message from the Assassin's Creed team. We regret to inform you that you were not releasing Assassin's Creed game in 2016.
Oh, bummer.
So, my question to you and everyone else is, why is this news? How did we get to this point that they were releasing games every single year to the point that... Here's a better question. Who is like, oh, dude, I'm so amped up for Assassin's Creed yearly release. I can't wait. And then they get this, and they're just like, what? This is bullshit. I can't believe they're not releasing a game this year.
I bet you there are people... who are legitimately sad and maybe upset that there's not an Assassin's Creed game.
There's got to...
They probably exist, and that's probably...
Statistically?
More than you think.
Probably. There's got to be a few of them. But, like... I don't know, man. I feel like there are certain people who are, like... who really dig, like, the historical aspect of it. But even they must be, like... They can't be into every single time period that they've done in these games. Like, I don't know, man. So this press release they said...
Yeah, no.
This year we also stepped back and we are also stepping back and re-examining Assassin's Creed franchise. As a result, we decided there will be no new Assassin's Creed game in 2016. Since the release of Assassin's Creed Unity, we've learned a lot based on your feedback. We've also updated our development process and recommitted to making Assassin's Creed a premier open-world franchise. We're taking this year to evolve the game mechanics and make sure we're delivering on the promise of Assassin's Creed offering unique and memorable gameplay experiences that make history everyone's playground. That's... If that actually happened, like, that all is good. What they all just said was good, if it actually plays out that way.
Yes, that is good.
I think they got... Its biggest problem is that it was just getting stale. Like, they did a new area, they did a new time period every single time, every new part of the world, new characters, but, like, it was just more of the same. And so if they do... I think they do need to go back to the drawing board a little bit. So I'm glad that they're taking a year off. Because this stands to be, like, their best shot at making a game that isn't the exact same thing as all the other ones. Even though Assassin's Creed Syndicate is the closest that it comes to breaking the mold. It also might give them some time, like, distance themselves from Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and then in the next game when they don't have a zipline launcher, people won't notice that it's not there anymore, because they're not so used to using it from last year's game. Because that's one of those things, like...
Right.
Sometimes game series introduce elements that you're like, well, this can never not be in future sequels. And that is probably one of those things, because it's just such a quality of life thing. I think along with this announcement, they also said that sometime between now and April of 2017, there will be a Watch Dogs 2.
Oh, good. So
well,
let's replace Assassin's
sometime
Creed
before
with
now
Watch
in
Dogs.
2017, like the spring of 2017, which that's a pretty broad window. We're gonna have Persona 5 before that happens, so.
Oh my God, Persona 5! I remember Persona
it.
5 exists because of you.
Yeah, I think that's still a ways off. So, they're
excited.
not really. Well, no, as I was going to say,
5?
spring of 2017 for Watch_Dogs 2. So I think they're not really saying too much. Okay, Persona 5. Yeah, Persona 5. That game's great. I haven't played it yet because it's not real. When is that supposed to come out?
Summer.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Is it out in Japan?
Oh my God!
Is it coming out everywhere at the same time?
I want to say it's a simultaneous release. Oh, it just says 2016.
Well, that's this year. Still has time to be Bear vs. Band's Game of the Year 2016.
Don't worry, it will be.
Probably.
Yeah.
What
else we got for news?
Piece
What
of
else is
news ever,
going on?
though, about Watch Dogs. Hey, so Xbox One backwards compatibility, right? Xbox One 360/360
That's
backwards
a thing.
compatibility.
Yep.
They started doing this thing where they just, as soon as they're finished making a game backwards compatible, they're just gonna like plop it out there, like it'll just be available. Instead of waiting like every month, here's 12
That's
more.
right, yeah.
Just be like, hey, we did this, boom, play it. Over the weekend, there were a couple different games that people playing Xbox One. They noticed that it just started downloading like a copy of a 360 game on demand that they had downloaded once. One of those games was Red Dead Redemption. So certain people.
Oh yeah, I saw people getting like wicked
Ryan.
excited about that.
And
yeah,
people were saying
I've never
that
played
they
it, so I don't know.
just went to their My Games and Apps section and they just saw Red Dead Redemption for Xbox 360 downloading itself. And they're like, and some people were even able to launch it. But apparently that game is not backwards compatible yet. Like, it's not done. We do not know why certain people were able to play it over the weekend, but some people did. And I never actually played that game. I might actually. I own a copy of that game on disc. I might actually play it? ? now that it's on a in a more modern, like it's easier for me to play. I also over the weekend at some point, Burnout Paradise was on sale on Xbox 360, and I heard that game's really good. And it's also going to be backwards compatible, or is backwards compatible already. So I just bought that shit. And I think I bought it. I got an email from Microsoft confirming my purchase, but I bought it through my phone. I went into a browser and bought it, and it seemed to have worked. I'm sure we'll be seeing that one pretty soon. I'm still waiting for Dark Souls. But backwards compatibility is the sort of thing that's I'm excited for it, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna really use it.
See, I don't own that many digital Xbox 360
well, you
games,
can put the
so for
disc
me it's
in there
mostly
too.
irrelevant.
It'll see that it's that game and let you download a copy of it.
I mean,
Tales of Vesperia.
We've talked about this, where the Tales of Vesperia will allow me to throw my Xbox 360 in the garbage.
Fair. Oh, I mean, you mean in the closet? Put it away. But
yes,
the
closet,
garbage.
But the garbage.
Like the garbage, you know.
But the garbage.
Like the garbage. Yeah, that's they released a couple new ones, but nothing of I think 4 more have come out since the whole thing went down, but nothing really important. Nothing of real note is out now. All right, let me just check. Looks like they're working on Hitman Absolution.
That's a game.
Lego Batman, Alan Wake's American Nightmare, and Trials 2 or something. And Sam and Max Beyond Time and Space, Trials HD. Yeah, those are the ones that just came out. Ignoring the whole thing about they just released 4 a couple days ago, ignoring the whole it was available over the weekend by error. Red Dead Redemption and some other Xbox 360 games.
Yeah.
Other Xbox 360 games that are playable on Xbox One in this manner, like the accidental manner: Left 4 Dead 2, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, and Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Which, I don't know, I kind of want an excuse to play that game again, too. Symphony of the Night.
I've heard that's a really good Castlevania game.
Oh, that game's really good. It's an excellent Castlevania game.
Nope.
Hey, H1Z1. I don't know.
Okay.
It's that zombie survival game.
I don't know what that is.
Yep.
Is that the swine flu?
That's kind of the joke they're going for.
Is that the swine flu?
H1Z1 is a DayZ
a
zombie survival game, third-person shooter. They announced that they're splitting it into 2 different games. H1Z1 King of the Hill and H1Z1 Just Survive. And it's coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Steam this summer. And so it's a multiplayer, a third-person shooter version, and also a zombie survival shooter version. But I know this game is crazy popular, but I've never played it. It seems like a weird way to do it, considering on early access for Steam, you can buy it right now for $15, and then when both of these games get split and fully released, they'll each be $20. So it says all players who have purchased H1Z1 on Steam early access on or before February 16th and have accounts in good standing will be granted access to both games at the time they separate. So, I guess they're trying. They obviously are not alienating the people who have bought it in early access and helping them finish development of the game. But at the same time, this is just a weird fucking thing.
Yeah.
And then finally, so Destiny Remember that game?
Finally.
Destiny is getting
Oh, fuck. Yeah,
an update later this month. They said, no, not this month. That'd be crazy, bro. In a weekly update this past week, they said that they're planning a spring update, and it says, quote, players, I'm reading this thanks to GameInformer.com. It says, players can expect a significant light increase, new gear, and some new challenges for PvE players. They weren't very specific about what that meant, we're gonna get Destiny's got to get an update this spring, and then later this year it's getting an expansion. The details of that are unknown as of present, whether it's like a House of Wolves style expansion or whatnot. 10 extra hours and some new items in a raid. We're not sure yet. And also in Activision,
probably, but nobody
not a shareholders meeting, but like a presentation of like how's Activision doing this year. They revealed somewhat publicly that there's going to be a full Destiny sequel by 2017. So 2017 is gonna be a big year, man. For
No, I need 20. I need
it
20.
might be. It's got it's got Persona 5 in it, so it's probably going to be all right. I don't know really what a Destiny sequel is going to look like. I'm a little bit afraid if it's going to just be. No, I have no idea what that's going to be, because I feel like Destiny is the kind of game that you could totally get away with just doing WoW style expansions on. Like big content updates where they update like major parts of the game. They like rework old parts of the games and update character models and add new classes and stuff like that. But by making it a sequel, I don't know. You have to draw a line somewhere where it becomes like, are you making new characters? Is the old content no longer in the game? When you're making a sequel, like, what does that mean? If it's supposed to be an MMO, I don't really know. I don't know how it's going to work.
I don't know. That's like some
like
Blizzard announcing WoW 2 shit.
WoW has come so far in what it is without ever making it a sequel. Like, that's what makes WoW what it is the fact that people have been able to play it for 10 years with zero interruptions or worrying about sequel. I have no idea what Destiny 2 is going to be, but we're going to have it in 2017, so we're going to find out.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, the game The Division, Tom Clancy's The Division? That game is getting an open beta this month. You should play it with me.
Oh, shit.
Xbox One, February 18th. You can download the Division open beta and play it through like the 21st. I think Joe's going to be there, so we should play it and see if that game is shitty or not. Okay. It's like a.
I'll do that. Just remind me to play that game.
One, download this thing.
And
it's like a third-person. Modern day-ish shooter with some like loot element type stuff. So
I heard it's Destiny
compared
2. That's what I heard.
Destiny in structure in terms of loot and stuff like that. But it does some interesting things with the PvP in that game that I don't know if we really get that far into. But I'm kind of interested to know if that game is shit, because Joe is apparently already getting it. So I'm going to play the beta and see if I want to play that game with Joe. We'll see. Might be cool.
Okay. All right.
Captain.
I'll play
Captain. Video upload man. Do some plugs.
Hello. Plugs. All right. Who's ready for plugs?
I'm ready.
Y'all can follow us on Twitter at Bear vs. Man. We talk about all the happenings.
Yeah, Twitter is just. That's all this plug should be. It's just
at
Twitter.
Bear vs. Man.
That's where everything happens.
Yeah, go to Twitter. We're getting awful busy on YouTube and Twitch. We're holding true to Hashtag 2016 streaming commitment.
Did we create a hashtag commitment?
Hashtag 2016 streaming
cool.
commitment.
Okay.
No, but I might later after I figure out what's a good word for that. But yeah, we got videos. I played through all of Firewatch, so if you don't want to buy that game but just want to know what happens, you can watch that. It's on YouTube. We're Bear vs. Man on YouTube. Else. And it's twitch.tv/Bear vs. Man, where you can catch us on Sunday, Valentine's Day,
or something like that.
3 p.m. Eastern time. Something like that, unless something goes horribly wrong. We're going to play some video games with Joe and Yuki. Show up. We're going to play some video games.
Yes, exactly.
We're all going to go on a date.
Fest on Sunday. We're doing pretty alright at trying to stream, like, semi-weekly. In some capacity.
Semi-regularly.
That's been fun. Streaming's fun.
Yeah. So... yeah, streaming's good. So twitch.tv/Bear vs. Man or YouTube, just search for Bear vs. Man. You'll find us.
Did you say bearvsman.com?
That's a... oh yeah, that's a website.
That's 1 year old. We're also probably planning some anniversary type stuff at the end of the month. We haven't worked out all the details of yet. We'll let you know more about that later. We're just probably a longer than usual live stream.
It's probably a live stream. Just be prepared. Be prepared. It's a live stream. Yeah. You can send us an email to questions@bearvsman.com, where if you want us to read your question on the internet.
Yeah, definitely. Review us on iTunes. If you like the podcast, tell a friend. Word of mouth is really the only thing we got at this point. So
that's how it works. I made a Facebook post yesterday. Anybody who subscribes to the YouTube channel or reviews the podcast in the next week, I'll send them a message.
Just in the next week. It will probably do that.
How good you look.
Anyways.
I'll do that anyways, but I just want people to be like, oh shit, I want Ryan to send me a message. I better fucking hurry. Get the shit on lock.
I've had a great year doing this podcast with you, Ryan. Let's I thought about it a lot. I think we should just keep doing it. Let's just keep doing it. No, you know what?
Oh, I thought you were saying
you gotta quit while you're ahead. That's all I always say.
I think this is good. No more. Yeah,
let's keep
quit
doing it.
while we're on top.
Let's podcast more. I just need to find some time to write. All this streaming and podcasting is keeping me from writing. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm blaming. I still haven't done.
That's true. That's also what I'm going to
my
blame.
2015 game of the year. It's super super embarrassing. I'm really disappointed in myself.
If you don't do it by March, I'm definitely gonna.
I'm hoping. Like I said, I have several days off coming up. I'm hoping to do it sometime in that period of time. I think it should be feasible.
Okay. All right.
I just have so many... I actually have different... I can't even talk about Assassin's Creed Syndicate in that discussion, though. That game came out last year, but I played it so far out of the cutoff for my feelings about last year, so I can't even... I won't even go into it. I just gotta remember how I felt about games I actually played in 2015.
Yeah, you can't do it.
Well, yeah, it'll be fun. Check, like I said, Twitter.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta know.
All right. Twitter.
Right. We'll see you guys next week and every week after that.
Twitter.
Later.
Forever. Later.